What's up, Squeegee Slingers? Today we're talking all about getting commercial jobs. So let's get at it. Well, commercial is awesome. If you haven't done commercial jobs, I'm talking about the jobs that are getting done once every quarter, once every 6 months, or once a year. They're usually going to be the larger office building type projects, multiple floors, and they're gonna fill a really great spot in your calendar. Now, these jobs are going to be a little bit different in how you acquire them, how you perform the work, and when you can do the work. So there's a few tips to kind of get into them, but I'm telling you, if you haven't yet, it's gonna be great. The first thing is finding the buildings. I mean, how do you find a building, or who owns the building, or who is the property manager of the building, or who you talk to? It's not like a house where you go up to the front door and the person who answers, hopefully, is the owner. You have to find the person who's in charge of getting that building cleaned, or you have to find the building owner. Now, 90% of the time, it's gonna be a property manager or an on-site manager or somebody who takes care of the facilities. When buildings are that big, there's so many pieces to that puzzle. You have lockouts and bulb changes and HVAC and plowing or lawn care. There's so many pieces to that. They need to have a dedicated person that just makes sure that building runs. And those are the people you're looking for. But how do you find them? The first thing is you go and find the front lobby. Most of the time, there's a placard in the lobby that's gonna tell you either the company that manages it or who to call if there is an issue. That's where you're gonna find your contact person. And if it's not there, ask one of the tenants. They know who has that authority to plan that stuff and who they call if there's an issue. Those are the people that you contact, but those are the people that you need to be able to follow through with in order to get that job. Now, once you know who you need to talk to, you have to figure out how to talk to them. And one of the great ways to do that, instead of going through all the hoops to get verification and let them say yes and all that stuff, is doing what's called an unsolicited bid. Now, unsolicited bids are actually pretty rad. That bid is just submitted and no one asked for it. You can see all of the windows there on the outside. You can see what you're dealing with. Most of the time, almost all the time, you're doing just the outsides. So putting a bid together like that is incredibly easy, and you don't have to do anything from the inside. Now, once you put this bid together, make sure it's gonna blow them away. You got that $15 folder I'm always talking about, custom pictures, custom inserts, everything done, your insurance, blow them away. Put it in an envelope, make it custom, make it something that they are going to see and going to open, and send it off to them. With an unsolicited bid, they basically know everything they need to, and it will trigger them to think about you in the future. If they're looking for bids, it's perfect timing, but blow them away with an unsolicited bid. Another thing is there's always gonna be gatekeepers. An unsolicited bid will always get past that gatekeeper because they think that it may have been asked for. Something of value is not thrown away. A postcard has no value. Now, when we talk about the people who really manage the building, we have to talk about property management companies. These are absolutely phenomenal. If you can get into a property management company for this, they usually have multiple buildings and they are the ones that do absolutely everything. A property manager just wants you to take the headache away from them, do something that they don't have to do, and make their job easier. That's great. That's what you want to do anyway, is do the work for them. Make it known to them that they can contact you and only you directly. It's a simple call for any project they send you, for any issues or emergency services. It's all going to be directly through you. And if you could take one of their hats off in the property management, they're going to love you, they're going to keep you, and they're not going to hire somebody else for a really long time as long as you're performing. So property management companies are awesome, not only to mention, and not to mention, they are going to send you a bunch of projects, which is always great. Now, getting multiple properties is awesome, and they're going to keep you for as long as you keep them happy. Keep doing the things that they don't have to, and they're gonna love you. And one of the big pieces of this puzzle is you have to realize what they want. They want to just not worry about it. So scheduling comes back to you. Now, this is also the greatest part of commercial, is you can fill spots in your calendar with these big buildings, and it's gonna work for both of you. Understanding you're taking their headache or their pain or just handling something for them automatically, it's what they want. It is why they will hire you. So understanding what they want and how they want to do this is the key to commercial. Understanding commercial is a little bit different than route or residential is also key. Now, the hardest part, which is actually a good thing, is they're needing follow-up. They need you to follow up with them. So emails and calls, and you have to be super active. They're going to kind of ignore you for a while, and your job is to stay on top of it, stay on top of it, and stay on top of it. When they're busy, this shows them that you are absolutely hungry, and it also shows them that you can handle anything they send your way. If you're organized, it shows. Now, the way that this works for you is that other companies aren't going to do this. So you don't have other people going in trying to steal your work all the time. A lot of the property management companies have had for 10 plus years. Once they like you, they send you everything they possibly can, and you're gonna get more and more work. More buildings come up, more jobs for you. And if it's in a property management company, once word spreads of how awesome you are, all the other managers will start using you too, which is really what we want. So if you like this content, please do me the biggest favor, subscribe to the channel. As much as I like this video getting 12 views, I'd love to get a little bit more. And please check out the other videos. I would love nothing more than that. And I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com, so if you want some supplies, hopefully I'm your man. But either way, till next week, go out there and be epic.